last time we left off, I just got myself randomly killed by a good mob of enemies. Also, I was getting tired on the night, but who cares? My fault. So, anyway, last time we were down here, I did a whole bunch of grinding, did a bunch of side quests and just exploring. So that's what I did, so I got my stats up. We still have only the 2 fates, but once you get going with the game and you start doing some factions, you'll start to get a whole lot more status. But we are up to fighter 2 for the fight, but we're getting there. So without further ado, let's continue with the main quest for a little bit, and then we'll go off to some more factions later down the line. We'll probably finish some of the side quests that are down over here.
I was beginning to think you were just something I saw in the bottle. Welcome to the ruins of Delok.
Thank you, Athgarth.
Yes. It doesn't look like much, but in these ruins lies the Theater of Fate. The ancient home of the Fate Weavers. Come with me. No telling what we'll find down there. I'm hoping that the stone will tell me who you are. In we go. Ever since this place was abandoned, strange beasts have moved in. Stay close.
Alright, so for part of this...
This place has been abandoned for so long that some Fate Weavers think it's just a legend.
Alright, so currently where we are, and we're in Dela. Basically, this is a place where you can see Fate, at least one of them. Fate Weavers already have access to the power, should we say, the ability to access and see some people's fate, like to see where they are predetermined in life, when you'll die, whatnot. Although it's not encouraged to tell people, like, you know, that they're gonna die out of this state. So essentially we have a couple main objectives here. Number one, we gotta figure out what our main fate is. But, fun thing a little about it, if you do go side exploring when you're at least in the area, you'll find someone at least say like, hey, I'm losing all these artifacts, so you can help him out here too. So essentially you can kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And it's pretty simple to do. That is if I don't get, you know, swarmed at it. But here we go. Well, let's saving this for later, but who cares? Alright, here we go. Some big numbers. Oh, triangle. Go, 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 go. Oh, we got him. We got it. Yes. Another victory. That's how it's done, folks. So that was pretty easy to do. Pretty simple, right? Yeah, pretty simple. But now I want to continue on with the main quest, and I can hand in the side one a bit later. Up. Let's see here. Lockpicking, detect him. Again, we can always change this later. So don't ever feel like that, oh, I'm stuck into one. No, you're not. You're not stuck on one path. $57. See, anything else I might get? What? Let's become Scorpion. And there we go, the soldier. since we're at 28 now, which is good, very good. But in order to get that one, you need like 49. That's a long way to go. But it's pretty easy to do once you know what you're doing and you're using your time wisely. Not even close, Athigar. So now, you're gonna be like Scorpion a little bit. Have you ever played Mortal Kombat? Of course you have. Now you can be like, get over here, and all your enemies. Okay, so. Again, sometimes you just appreciate how well certain things have aged. Like, the dungeons are still really cool in this game. Sure, are they anything special? I would say not necessarily, but it's how they look were pretty cool back in the day. Back in the year 2012. Ah, God. Okay, come on. Get over here. Okay, let's see. Legs and that. I'll keep these in. Okay, so let's move on. And now we get to some bit more of the getting closer to more of the interesting stuff.
The theater can show us the whole tapestry of fate laid bare. We can do nothing to change it or prevent its horrors. Well, most of us can't.
Alright, now get ready for a little bit of an ambush. Really don't like those enemies. I really don't. I think that's one of Amalur's problems is that you got to deal with a lot of crowd control. Especially when you got a lot more enemies on you and you get like stun locked. So yeah, that just becomes a problem. So if you ever get like a sequel to this game, I would love to see more improvements in combat. But there is just something so satisfying where you go from melee to magic to maybe range, like in all matter of just seconds. Definitely definitely there's two ways definitely to approach. One, you can just go all meleeing it out if you want to, or two, you can try to sneakily and stealth your way. Should you choose to design. And hopefully they fix the camera, because like, sometimes the camera is just a nuisance. And the blocking, like, come on, block. Okay, I don't want that. Go, go. Let's just get out of here before more come. Alright, come on. Come on, Argoth. Come on.
We're almost there. Or at least as far as I can take you.
Alright, here we go. This is the part that he's talking about. Hey, Argoth, out of nowhere!
I've seen this.
This moment.
I'm sorry, my friend. This is as far as I can take you.
Not really. Watch this. Here we go. Kill him. Let's change fate. Go, 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 go! And now he's gonna get mad at us.
This way. He was supposed to... Do you have any idea what you've done? What sort of power you're playing with?
It changed fate, right?
Everything he was. Everything he would do. You changed the weave of destiny itself. Because of you, there are deeds he won't do. Children of his that won't be born. Victims that won't die when they were supposed to.
Is that a problem?
No. You probably saved both our lives. But there's no way to tell what larger changes you've made in the fate of everyone around you. You
Which
are
is
much
true.
more dangerous than I thought. We need to get you to the Theater of Fate right away.
Remember, this game is all about fate, and definitely, did we explore it? Well, some parts, yes, but when you deal with the factions, that's when you'll see a bit more of impact. Even though this game is predetermined for you, you know exactly what you're gonna do. But it is a cool concept to explore. Hopefully, if we ever get... Again, I always keep saying that if we ever get a sequel, which is very true, because I always wanted a sequel to the original game, but we never got it. Definitely, I'm gonna say this, look up what happened with Kingdoms of Amalur Re Reckoning, or you just look up a bit about that history about the game. It is interesting to see what happened behind the scenes. Essentially, it was a mild successful, but with a lot of deals. Was it Providence, Rhode Island, and the jobs opportunity. Yeah, that's what happened essentially. But definitely, if you want to know more about it, definitely look it up. It is okay. Now we got bombs. Darn it, we exploded. Okay, so if you do fail, you could get exploded, or you could get yourself a quote curse on you. If you get a curse, just go see a healer. But now we're getting closer and closer to the area. Is that something? Okay, that's nothing. Can't get out quite yet. I really just hate these enemies. They throw bombs at you too far away, get too close. But I just really don't like them. Like my least favorite enemies in the game. Alright. Ah, yes, that's right. Hold down X to run. Even though we can only just tap, I just wish we could just tap it to run.
The Theater of Fate.
Theater of
I never
Fate.
thought I'd see it.
Alright, there it is. That's where we're going. We want to go all the way to the top so we can figure out what's going on with our fate. Again, I really don't like these enemies. I just really don't like them. Also, hopefully in the future they fix the camera. It was annoying in the original game as well, but even... Yeah, I know, we got draw distance and everything, but God, does the camera just like to be whack. So here we go. Da, 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 da. And I can tell you, the score in this game is just awesome. Like, even the intro reminds you a little bit of the Spider-Man theme by Danny Elfman, but it's not by Danny Elfman, but it just reminds you of that score that Elfman composed, but it's not Elfman. Alright. Okay, now to more of another group of annoying enemies. Right now, they're a piece of cake. But once you get further to the game, they become annoying, but in a good way.
No surprise that Niskaru found its way to this place of power. Everything about these ruins is dedicated to this room, and at the center of it all is the Destiny Stone. With it, the Fae taught the Fate Weavers the answers to the deepest mysteries of fate. Put your hands
AKA,
on
we'll
the
finally
stone,
figure out what's going on with our
and
fate and
maybe we
destiny,
can find
and what
answers
lies
to your
ahead
own
of us.
mysteries. Just put your hand on the Destiny Stone. It'll show me where you fit into the tap.
So here we go.
The Destiny Stone came apart at your touch. And all around you, the tapestry of fate. And there at the core was the Codex of Destiny. The wisdom that the Fae used to help the first Fate Weavers understand that. Don't you see what this means?
Defy destiny.
Yes, yes, it is.
And the world's changing.
And from what I can tell, you're the one changing it. With every breath, you're changing how lives begin and end. The way the Codex of Destiny came to you out of the stone. That's got to mean something, too. But I'll be damned if I can read this thing. As dangerous as an open flame, you could help people or destroy them entirely. When you get involved, there's no grand cosmic plan. Only freedom and all the dangers that come with it. And that means I owe you... Wait.
Tuatha. They found us.
In the name of God's law,
Oh, surprise, motherfucker! Alright.
Well, this looks like some fun.
Go, 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 go! Ah, oh, we're 75%. That's okay.
Who are you? How do we know you're not working with the Tuatha?
I don't care if you trust me. I'm much more interested in your friend here. I'm beginning to think that these Tuatha don't like you. Now, why do you think that might be? After all, someone who can change the fate of the world, who wouldn't want you? I'm not sure, but they're very well informed about your location. They came straight here from Didenhill, but they're not nearly as interesting as you. Especially now that they're dead. Now it's my turn. Why are you here? Ha! Knowing the future is for fools. Who reads the end of a book before it's time? Save your attention for the present. Like that codex you found? Our scholars thought those were all gone from the world. But you're just full of surprises. Good luck understanding it. That's Fey knowledge. They don't even have a written language. The stone is simply embedded with what they know, unseeable to mortals. Why worry about the little fish? There's more to this than you understand. I don't have the answers for you, but I know someone who might. When you're ready, meet me at the House of Ballads. I'm sure the Fae would love to meet you. Be on your way.
We can't trust her. Never met a Darklfar who'd give me a straight answer, even with a sword at their throat. Present company accepted, of course. But she wasn't wrong about that codex. Meanwhile, we can't just ignore the Tuatha that are tracking you. We need to do... She said they came through Didenhill, didn't she? Meet me there. I've got some final rites to perform before... Good luck.
Let's do... Alright. Let's move on. Now we're gonna deal with Tuatha, and then we can go to House of Ballads. Ah. Let's see. Alright, so I always say this, like, for the game, like, do like the first several main missions and then just start exploring. You're gonna want to do that because, especially when it comes down to some of the more later bosses, some of the later areas where the enemies level just increase. For now, they're flying down, they're just going down like butter, which is a very good thing for us. But when we get going to some of the more later areas, yeah, we're gonna need a lot more levels and gears. Loading screens, loading screens. Even in 2020, the dreaded loading screens. Oh shit. So let's see what the main side quest I was doing. Hold on a second. There's the other one. Alright, so basically, just stay on the side quest and then, focus more on taking out the two officers so they don't track me. Then we'll probably do the House of Ballards, and then I'll show you guys some more of the, interesting stuff. Like factions. Because they're actually really cool. The faction stuff is, that's just some really good content in there. So we can hand in both of these quests in right away.
The Templars are going to think me a fool. How am I? There's like to be more, and I suppose I promise compensation in return for your service. I can't say I'm happy about it, but here's your coin. Now, leave me be.
Alright, so let's hand this one in.
I have a few coins left to my name.
So there we go. Now let's hand on over to more of the Zofret. Looks like it's out tracking us. For now, to say the least. The dreaded loading screens. Alright. Well. Wait a sec. Come on. Old games. Big game. Big, huge game. Lots of loading screens. That's gonna be one downside with this game, is that there's gonna be a lot of loading screens. There's a lot of them. It was a really big game back in 2012, back on 360 and PS3. They made it nice and smooth though. Like you still get the occasional pop in, some glitches here and there, especially when the world is not loading. But even the team that made it, they said they can still take you over about like 200 hours to do everything, which is a good thing. Very much a good thing. Alright, now let's go talk to Argoth, and let's go stop the two off from tracking us. Don't forget, this is loading screen central.
Ah, the castle. This tells me that your tavern will be a part of Loch Dyden for decades to come.
Come on, load. For an old game, this did have a lot of loading screens.
You told me that the plague would take us all.
I know, but that's not what fate. It's your fault that I can't pay my tab, you know? I wasn't ever supposed to come back here in the first place. I've spent the last 20 years knowing what fate had in store for me. And then
I saved your life.
I thought I had my life figured out.
Life is unpredictable.
Not for a fate weaver, it isn't. But that's just the problem. When I was young, I thought I could overcome anything.
True.
Now, I know otherwise. I fought beasts the size of trees, was celebrated by mortals and fae alike. When I was initiated into the Fate Weavers, I thought it was a reward for my good deeds.
Not really.
The first time I saw my own fate, I realized it was nothing but a curse.
True.
My
you
own
see?
death, of course. But not a hero's death as I had always dreamed. I was going to die alone and unknown. Killed by an Etin and used for stew. It was a terrible end. But I knew it was part of fate's greater plan. Then you came and changed that future. You stole my part in the tapestry. I was at peace with knowing the worst. But what do I do now that there's nothing to know? You're
Still be
right.
here.
My glory days don't have to be over. And as long as I'm around you, I don't know how my story will end. That means I've got to make sure you stay around in one piece. Maybe this old trinket from my youth will help. After all, I don't just owe you my life. I owe you my future. Why, I once tracked the Yeth of Avgrun on a moonless night by smell alone.
Huh.
Fey or not, I could have tracked those Tuatha sober. They've set up in a cavern north of town. I have a plan, but it'll take the both of us to work. The main entrance is heavily guarded, and will require a strong attack. Straightforward and direct. I'll cover the back at good luck.
Doesn't matter which side you choose. Either way, you'll be in there either way. Loading screens. You gotta love them. Oh, God. Let's see what else is about this game to talk about. Okay, look, anything else about this game we could talk about? Just how gorgeous it looks now. Maybe more upscale-ish still, but it's pretty gorgeous. You'll definitely see some really cool shots later in the game. But, I don't know if there was another... I don't know if they added expansion, because... For one, the trailers, it looked like... Oh shit, we're in a new area, like we never seen before. So I can't say for sure that we are in a new area. Or, oh shit, it's not a new area, that we're getting a new area. But it just looks really cool. If you go on the other side, you'll go sneak into that way.
This is the front
entrance.
I'll slip in the back and make sure none of them is good luck. I'll see you inside.
But it was just big. I mean, just to get the size of the game. What was it? I wouldn't say that it's a good size map. It's a really good size map. I mean, just to give you the what I'm talking about. Just take a look at this. Look at this. Like this. The Phalanx is one big, gigantic sandbox. I mean, this is what I just discovered. But then you got your desert area. You got your swamp-ish. I say swampish because it's still a swamp, but still. And then you got your last land where the Tuatha start to come from. Like from here they just spread. Dead Kill is a really small island, but even on a small island, there's just so much to do here. Like. You ever get yourself a manor here? Yeah. If you do the Dead Kill DLC, I say you can do it whenever you want. It says 10+, but you'll get yourself a small island and a manor all to yourself. So let's continue on. All right, knock knock, Tuatha. Alright, so. Alright, just remember that they like to be a little bit sneaky and like just type on the screen. Okay. God, see. That's what I'm talking about. Gotcha. There we go. Get over here. Dun dun dun. Always do like, you know, flowers, they just pop up whenever magic isn't around, so that was pretty nice little add a little detail they had in the game. Thought that was really cool. How the mushrooms react. Oh, they got me, so we won't be using that. Okay. So the combat of this game is pretty simple. Like, if you ever played a Fables game or just an action adventure, just the melee button and just keep on smashing. Gotcha. Keep on moving. We're almost there to figure out like who exactly is after us, but it's pretty obvious to tell who it is. That just deals on these guys. Alright, see you later, big guy. See you later, man. What a painful way to go out. Alright. So really didn't matter. If you were going through the sneak, you'll come where Argoth came from. So there was less resistance. Alright. Now these are the guys I'm talking about. Tuatha Raider, or you know, they're spellcasters. They're most of the ones that are just a pain in the butt.
We're here. Good luck.
Just destroy it. But first, talk to this guy. Destroy it. Destroy this. But there he is. Godflow. Now he's the boss slayer in the game.
Between a creature of nature and a child of dust like yourself.
Self. I don't care.
Children of nature know our roles. Meek and mighty, prey and predators, life and death. All
serve the cycle.
You children of dust do
Dust
not know
your
your
place.
You
come into our land.
You
come
to
to
face
take
your hunters. And you don't know when to die.
When to die?
You shall learn.
Learn.
In time, all
mortals
know the might of Godflow. Blessed herald of the merciful Tirnoch.
Tirnoch. That boss is something else.
Persistent.
So essentially, Tirnoch is this all-powerful being that will destroy the world if you don't stop Godflow.
But it looks like you've got the personal attempt. If you were anyone else, I'd suggest you start running and not stop for a few years. But you might just have a chance. You're a mortal that survived death. You exist outside of fate. The Fae do not deal well with change, and you
No, they do
represent
not.
a threat to whatever has driven them to this war. And as much as I hate to say it, you'll need to take Aelin Shear up on her offer of help. The Codex of Destiny. For all I know, you already met with her at the House of Ballads. But it sounds like she's the only lead now. We should be able to get out of this.
Loading screen, loading screen, loading screen, loading screen. Kingdom of Amalur is definitely one of those games. I mean, it's just the size of the game itself. It was just huge. Huge in a good way and huge in this. Wow, this game is just really huge. But we got some enemies. Let's just now we gotta do it. Alright, so let's go to House of Ballads, and then we can do their faction quest. It's gonna be really interesting. Now, the reason why I went there first is because since once you get to the starting area town, you'll do one quest. One quest will help out a Fae who was attacked, and if you do that, it'll lead you to this already. So, meaning that you don't have to come and walk all the way over here to get to here later in the game. So that's why I did it first. Dun, dun. Let me just look at this place. The place is pretty cool. We'll wait until we get to later one in the game. It's even better than that one. It's even better than the one that we were at. Ah, looks like my friend.
Glynel,
Sunlight.
I assure you it's an ancient codex, just like in the tales.
Okay, game, now stop loading so we can play. See the cutscene. Actually, not even cutscene.
And why would such a thing be revealed to a child of dust?
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the Somerset. I see you are a stranger and a mortal. I am green, and I possess the healer's warmth. Goodbye.
Okay.
And here I was beginning to think that you'd never show up.
Oh,
This is
shut up,
Glynel,
Allah.
Your master of
Healer.
the House of Ballads. Give the codex over to him. Be on your way.
Yes, we met before.
You must be Lady Shear's friend. He speaks very highly of you. An occasion
Here's
rare
your-
enough to be worth recording in its own. Let's see this codex. The fabled
Codex of Destiny.
When the Fate Weavers formed their order, our High King gave his own wisdom to assist them. To have such knowledge in your hands is a tremendous gift. But why did it reveal itself to you?
Because I have no
Nonsense.
fate.
All children of dust have a story that is written before you see your first dawn. Now, I can only make out some parts, but this is odd. The Codex speaks of an exception, a void, an end. This is simply too much.
Too much.
The High King would never pawn such absurdity off as wisdom.
I assure you it's
Sure
real.
you think it is? I fear you must have been taken in by a forgery. This codex speaks of impossible things.
Change the fate.
Death,
Death,
of immortals, and
mortals.
other heresies. Describe these lies. Sorry, but I must ask you to take it away. I will have no part in these lies. Is there a meaning to it? Only it do not bother me.
Do I think it's...
Lionel spends his life cherishing old stories. Tragic. First
What do we do now?
we ignore this fool. Most Fae aren't comfortable with change. I'm afraid that only one person will really be able to help us with
The High King himself.
The High King himself. It will be difficult. His court is in the city of Issa. Very few mortals are... I do know one individual who can grant you permission to enter, but you'll have to meet him alone.
Was it this
His
time?
name is more of a what than a who. With any luck, you'll find him in southeast Dalentar, at Caer Niralim. You'll have to meet him on your own. Good luck with Niralim, and if you need anything so far.
Nirland. So, okay, let's see. So we'll go to Nirland first. Should we go to Nirland first or should we do the faction? Let's do the Nirland. I think I remember what that one is. I think so. And then we'll do one of the factions. Just remember, we're on loading screen central. What's this again? Oh yeah, that's right, it's way down there. So let's go to here for, no, well, there we go. Let me just drop off a few things. Remember the loading screen. Loading screen. Ugh. This game is really fun once it gets going. But part of it, you gotta deal with a lot of loading screens. Alright, now let's continue. Oh boy. Part of the game is lunch. There we go. Alright, fetch over there. That's the closest I've been. Get ready. Walking Simulator 2.0. Guy. Oh, dodge Thresh. Thresh are really annoying. Okay. So as you're making your way, just always be on the lookout for just anything, really. Ah yes, some books. Do it later once they're asleep. Once they're asleep, they can't do anything. Just remember that Amalur is one of those games that is massive, is huge. It was definitely big for its time. Definitely on old hardware, the Xbox 360, PS3. But definitely one of the flaws was its loading screens. Lots and lots of loading screens. Go. Almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there, almost there. Please. Just run past them. They're not worth it. Alright, there we are. Oh, no. And here we go. Made it.
Nerilim says few words. Nerilim would not mention you unless there was some pressing matter of fate. Go with wisdom.
Gorgeous. Looks even prettier now. Way prettier. God, I always love this area. Nice and peaceful. It's just a really cool design too. The artistic just stands out.
Come closer, little curiosity.
Always loved that voice. Always loved the voice. And here we go.
The curious one
Nearly.
seeks a way to the Fae. But it has found its way to the boughs of the world tree instead. Rest, quickling, and I may study you. My roots spread wide and deep, and I have heard what brought you here. But I cannot see where you go hence. The time of the Fae is passing. I must shelter them in their twilight and protect them from the Prismere corruption that spreads in their kin. The gardens of fate are clear to me, and all that ever Issa's end has always been certain. Buried beneath Prismere, where you tread, you mark all you touch. Before I would help you, I must know. Will you be a kind gardener?
or a careless reaper. Like all quick, the tribe of Trove, you can change this fate, but to what? In doing so, you may awaken. She walks a deep and tangled path, one that you walked alongside her before your death. But your path is your own now. Defeat them, I shall see who you walk your
path. Just remember, this game is a whole lot. Go here, do this, go here, come back to me, come talk to me. But that's fine, because the game is really awesome. Trust me when I say this, that don't let the gameplay fool you. That you'll have fun playing this game. Don't worry, like so many other games before in the open world RPG, in the open world RPG genre, that this game is actually really is fun. It really is. Trust me when I say that it is fun. Just got a lot of backtracking to do. There's a lot of going back and forth, but the quests are worth doing. The story is really engaging. It's just downright fun. God damn it. You're just gonna be battling with a lot of different things with this game. Battling a little bit with the camera. It likes to be a little crazy at times. Battling with yourself with, wait, how long till we get going? Like, it will get going, trust me, once you just start doing quests, side quests, some of the factions. But trust me, it is fun once it gets going. Alright, here we go. Let's enter this bad boy. Let's go take down Isa, and then prove that we are the ones that can change fate.
I thought I'd find you here. If you were anyone else, I'd say it was destiny.
It's destiny.
But in this case, it was that damned tree. He's got roots and branches all through this forest. He said we should walk this path together. Thought I could help you. Let's not keep Nosh waiting. Trolls aren't normally this well organized. Even the biggest clans never built dens this deep.
Yeah, they're never that organized, but something's going on. For once.
No more delays. One step closer. What are the two Arthur doing here?
Up to no good. They're experimenting. we go. Ah. Trust me, I feel like that this game is going to take a long time to get going. Like most of the good ones, it will take a while to get going. But once you just get going, my friends, like I can just tell you that it just gets better. Come on, come on. Come on, we got this, we got this, we got this, we got this. Alright, good, perfect, good, good.
Be on your way.
Gotta break away, gotta break away. Alright, getting close to the boss. Go on. Another one, of course, because we're in a bunch of trolls. Yeah. Alright. Pisa is getting closer. But what you can look at that, another battle.
Looks like the Tuatha have been working here for a long time. If they've come this far inland, we're all in grave danger.
Ah, finally. This is where we need to be at.
The Tuatha come to her.
No good, but that's called experiment. Go, 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 go. 100, we got it. We got the 100%. Fuck yeah. The better you do on the quick time events, the more XP that you'll gain as bonuses. So. Come on. She'll take that.
Nice work. I see you haven't
It's work.
forgotten how to handle your... Still, this is bad. I didn't think the Tuatha would reach this far. At least not so soon. Aren't I always? But have patience. Go. Talk to the tree. I'm sure he'll allow you into Isa. I'll stay here and finish off. You can tell the old mossy log lot. I'll find you again.
But there's one more thing. Before we get to Isa. Ah. Come on. Darn loading screens. Enough of the loading screens. Oh, am I kidding? It's gonna be a lot more. Great, alright, so let's go talk to the big giant tree. She bested strange in fair combat.
Cycles kept. The
Exploits of the maiden role.
A burdensome.
I always loved the lore stones.
She lived among the mortal clans and bargained with their kind. Throughout the town they stood in fear of the brilliant fighter near.
You return, Najib, and yet the Tuatha still spread. You have the power of an immortal. You must know this, Quickling. Go. And only the path stand at the heart of your path belong.
That's right, we gotta go the... Oh, wait a second, there's one more. Wait, hold on a second, that's right. Did say we'll come back and get later tonight, now that everyone's asleep. Okay, let that go down, let it go down. There we go. Okay, so Gain to Isa is easy. Oh yeah, that's right. That's the one that is a bit more easier to do. There's one more. It's pretty simple. You just follow the main quest, and then you'll get access to another area. I believe it's the summer courts. But trust me, guys, I always keep on saying that this game is really good. There's a couple downsides. The combat's fine, but you got to deal with the camera a little bit. Some of the enemies can't get you into stun locks. And the second one is these darn-ass loading screens. I always keep saying this because it was built back on the 360 and PS3. But also towards more of the later in the years, like literally the last couple of years. It's released back in 2012. And it was big, it was massive, it was huge. And they were doing a lot of just interesting stuff. And there's some like annoying invisible walls. There we go, that's where we need to go. Wow. No, wait, this one is the Garden of Isa. Man, that shot was so cool back in the day. Which is like, wow, look at this. Welcome, we're in the Garden of Isa. Time to figure out our fate.
Welcome to the Gardens of Isa, home of the Summer Court, and the warm heart of the Feylands. It is a rare occasion for us to welcome a child of dust into Isa, but it is equally rare that Niralim chooses a champion. Pleased to meet you. I am Chancellor to the High King. I pray you enjoy our hospitality.
Thank you. Coming storms. So now we're to talk to the High King.
What is it?
face the Codex.
It's been a long time since I...
And here we go. Time to figure out what our fate is.
Conceived in chaos, birthed in stolen magic, torn from fate, child of two fathers, treacheries in treacheries, winter is broken. The puppet king upon his throne, drinking flattery and lies. The power that grows in him is not his own.
It really isn't.
In the east it did begin, as it will end. From behind the veil she screams. Madness and rage. Madness and rage.
Turnock.
We realize this may be confusing for you. Fate, like the Fae, cannot be changed. But the Tuatha are Fae who have become something new. And you are a mortal who is free from Fate's weave. Gadflow claims that the Tuatha are the work of his new god. If the Tuatha are the creations of a god, what does that make you? Even with the power of a god, you have the humility of a mortal. Perhaps this gift has found the correct person. This is a time of great change. Change we once thought was impossible. We were wrong. You are intertwined with the power in the East. There can be no doubt of that. Your energy reaches back to Alabastra. We do not know what will happen when you travel there, but we know that the power behind Gadflow is your ultimate goal. His god holds your answer and the fate of this world.
Let's do it.
I thank you. And perhaps you can help change our world's fate as well. I have seen those who were destined to be heroes, for whom great deeds came naturally. They come, they act, and they pass on as written. You do great things not because you must, but because you choose to. That is by far greatness. Admirable. But strength of you may be unbound by. Speak with your allies. Only with their aid can you hope to overcome.
And there it is. A new twist and face awarded. An unwritten one. You're truly a blank slate, able to choose your own destiny, as written and proclaimed by the High King himself. Now, as you go throughout the game, you will of course, besides the you'll see this, like, you got the Harbinger, when you got the Reckoning mode, confident, you follow your path with uncommon coolness and ease, rarely letting your situation offer you extreme, and then that. But you'll get a whole lot more once you do, like, factions and whatnot.
I couldn't make out how good thing you won't be facing it alone. In fact, I think I'm old Fomerus Hughes, of course.
Old Fomerus Hughes.
If anybody can help,
well,
it's bound
to be him.
Who brought you back to life. I've been asking around, and I was able to make contact with his superior. He thinks he might be able to help find Hughes. All gnome scholars have a Templar who sponsors their research. And apparently, Hugh's sponsor, Templar Octien, is go southwest to the Hollowlands and Detir. Octien will be waiting. You're not the only one on the hunt for Hughes. Octien has followed his trail to the Hollowlands and Detir. You'll want to talk to him.
Who would have thought you were so interesting? Death seems to have worked out very well for you. Agarth's looking for escape. Neuralim's looking for a savior. And Tatarian is looking for a champion. And somehow, you're giving everyone what they want. I'm impressed.
Huh.
You're right. This won't be easy. The Tuatha have our forces under siege at Mel Senshir, and their power has only grown over the years. You'll need more help than just me and that old Fate Weaver. You'll need an army. A few years ago, one warrior could have slipped past unnoticed. But stealth is no longer an option. But there is hope. In the plains of Erethael there waits a player who has been away from this game for far too long. Meet me in the village of Emer, and I will tell you everything. Be on your way.
So yeah, we got a lot. We gotta go find Hughes, and let's go find our general. But before that, let's do a faction. I think we're all in the clear now to do a faction. So let's begin a faction. People are always leaving. And hey, there's a lot of long loading screens. And that's fine. That's okay. It's Amalur for everyone. Not necessarily, but it is fun. I want to play a very cool, interesting, cult classic video game that never truly did rise above. I mean, it definitely had its fans, definitely had its following, but it's a cult classic, and I'm happy with that. And I'm still even more happy that more people will finally get a chance to play this game, because it is really good. Trust me, I know I keep saying that a lot for the stream in the past few streams. It is really good because it is good. It earns its money, it earns its reputation that it's got, and it's really good. Just once it gets going, boom, 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 you'll have a blast. Trust me, you'll have fun. Pick it up.
Brash, Duster.
Or
you have
brash.
no role in Fey telling.
Telling.
This story belongs to one of us.
One of us.
Not some whelp fresh from the cradle. First that strange maiden, now this. What is it you want here in Gorgoath?
I don't know what I want. I just wish to help.
Sagros is a twisted tale, and we could use every available hand. You may stay, but the seat will never be filled by a... We were too late to catch the fresh as it fed. Now the beast slumbers guarded by the vines and weeds of Gorgoath. If we can destroy the roots before they take hold, keep your eyes open.
So here we go. Let's go on this faction quest. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, let's hope so. Ah, yes. This is Kingdoms of Amalur Reckoning. A port of a cult classic video game. This is the release back in 2012 for the PS3 and Xbox 360 and PC. And actually was a really fun RPG to play. It was a mod success, but it wasn't quite a smash hit. So if you do like your Elder Scrolls and other RPGs out there, you'll definitely find something to like in here. In fact, speaking about Elder Scrolls, one of the artists from Oblivion helped on this game. Along with, not even joking, Spawn himself, Todd McFarlane, was on this game. He helped out. Yep, Todd himself was on this game. He was one of the artists.
We're almost finished. Now keep your eyes open.
It was. Going this way. No, other way, other way. So what am I doing right now? I'm on a faction quest for the Fae. Apparently something's gone on with the champion. Right now we need to figure out what's going on and to in quote unquote fix the tale. So that history can be set back in stone. God, what am I going around in circles for? Alright, keep going this way, keep going this way. There we go. Now we're back to the start. Alright, now that the bush is out of the way, now we can take down this tail. Ah, Remington, what's up? Oh, okay, that's fine. Alright, here we go. Oh! Bye-bye. Guess what's 3 days? 3 days from now. 3 days. Okay, oh god. What is it again? 3 days. Is it a new game? What's coming out? Well, thank you.
Sir Sagril was a clever rogue of great and merry cheer. Oh, come and listen to the song of he who had no fear, of he who we hold dear.
3 days. What comes out in 3 days? Oh, that's just an NPC.
How can this be? Sir Sagril dead? I do not understand. Such a tragedy has never occurred in this song. Not in all the seasons of the telling. At the end of this ballad, Sagril defeats the grave thresh. He is victorious.
I don't know, what comes out in 3 days?
But someone has changed the song of Sir Sagril. Listen. We are not alone.
I do not like this.
Oh, my birthday's on Saturday. Oh, happy birthday then, in 3 days. Non-playable character. And Remington, happy birthday in 3 days. Oh boy. Blocking.
2 times he drank his weight in wine, and many lovers pleased, and drunk from such idle pleasures, with lethargy was seized, on beds of grass he eased.
It is a fun game. It really is fun. The combat is really simple, basic, but it's pretty fun. You're allowed to have 2 melees and then magic at your disposal, so you can kind of come up with some cool combos if you get the timing down. Okay, now we need to go back to the house and report on this is what happened to the events that happened here. Alright. Here we go. Loading screen, loading screen. Alright. You gotta tell them what's happening so they can guide us to where we need to go next.
Amazing. A child of dust has defeated the grave fresh. What a tale you've claimed for yourself, my friend. You are granted the seat of Sir Sacral, and all privilege. Alas, there is no time for celebration. There has been another incident. The king has asked for you. Excellent. Great. Speak with King Wenson in the oratory. It stands on the crest of Ettenmere, where it once hosted the lords and ladies of the High Court. Take this potion. You will need it to revive Sir Ferrara. You will know when the time has come to use it. Farewell.
Alright, so. Let's see here. Okay, let's see here. How long have it? Now 37. That's fine. Okay, so. The whole faction of this faction is really figuring out what's causing a lot of the events to happen in this part of the game. Okay, so where am I going? Am I about to go out there again? Oh, I'm going all the way down there. Oh, great. That is one downside. A lot of open areas. So basically be holding down the X button for a very long journey. I don't know if there are mounts in here. I've heard a rumor that there was supposed to be mounts for the re-release, but I have yet to see that quite yet. And a lot of loading screen. It's a lot of downtime. But it is a big map. I can tell you that. Like, they got like base game had like 4 areas and then like 2 DLC areas. So yeah, big game, especially for the Xbox 360 and PS3 time. I mean, just look at the size of the map. There's like all that. That's one huge area, and another one, and another one, and another. I think this. I don't know. That's not new, but yeah, that's like 4 massive areas. You got the DLC. You got a small island, and then off to the side you got the other one, which just a big game. What they were doing back in the day. Alright, am I going the right? Yeah, I'm going the right direction. Yeah, big game with big ads, but a lot of side quests to do. And it does look pretty at times. Alright, I'm glad. Whew. I don't want to deal with them right now. Alright, screw it. Oh, go. Alright, 7.5, I'll take 7.5. That's still a lot of XP. Okay. Alright, so...
When Hallam told me a mortal had taken the open seat, I did not believe him. But here you stand. It is a pity about Sagar, a grand hero. But there's not time to raise the king's token in his honor. We need every hand. We've come to aid Sir Ferrara, our brother in the Court of Enchantments. It is time for his telling of the Ballad of Bloody Bones.
Bloody Bones.
Ferrara went in pursuit of his nemesis, for Bloody Bones has emerged, poised. You will need to revive Ferrara after the battle. I can only assume Hallam would not go to Ferrara, and quickly. Uduath is not good luck.
Yep. All that, just... Oh well. Fun game. As a matter of fact, let's see here. Loading screen. What are we gonna do? Alright, come on, come on. Oh, whew. That one's... Okay, not too bad. Thank you. For once. Nope, there we go. And I actually would not mind to have another game in the series, because it is really fun. Like once you get going, you have your own class, you have your own builds. Like you're not restricted on builds either way. Like you're gonna have not skills, not fate. Where are you? There you go. Destinies. You can have a bunch of different combinations. You can be an all-out guy that is skilled with magics, thievery, and sorcery. You can be one with with thievery and sorcery. One with magic and sorcery. Like you're not limited to one build. You can start all over again and spend your skill points however you want to do it. So that's why I love this game, because of it. It's so nice to have the different possibilities, and probably if we do ever get a sequel, I hope they just expand upon that. Like, it is so cool. Yeah, you can find a fate where be like, hey, I want to change my fate, just give them money, and then you can just completely reset the skills all over again. Yeah, me too.
Mortal? Is this Wenson's idea of humor? Well, you look hardy enough. Won't botch the tale of Bloody Bones too badly, I suppose. Still, I'm curious as to how Hallam expects you to bring me back from the edge of the Great Cycle. But that's his problem, not mine. Let me be truthful with you, Dusty. I've never seen Bloody Bones act so erratically. He cares nothing for the story, as if he craves a different outcome instead of... And I thought this ballad could be. Your gods be with you.
Oh, cool, that's really good. Yeah, I do like Call of Duty too, but you know, I'm not a big fan, but I do like the, let me change it up a little bit. So, I remember just seeing this way back in the day at a store. I'm like, let me just rent this, and I'm like, I made a good decision. But yeah, games like this are really fun to play, especially when it helps out, like saying, hey, the better the competitions we get, the better other games will have to be out there. So, I am still praying that one day, they will make another one so we can see all the improvements. Be like, this is what the Western genre can make for RPGs. We got our Elder Scrolls and a few other RPGs out there too, but a game like this, like, I would love to see what the creative team would do with this now, especially on all brand new hardware. Let's see here. I think like another game similar to this, but in a different style, is Greedfall. That one is made by a completely different company, but that one was also kind of fun to play. But once it gets going, also theirs was more story-based, heavy-driven than this one was. Yeah, I can't wait to get there. Like I'm still nervous. Is like, should they release it now? I want to say just delay it by a year, then I'll be good. But we'll see what they do with it. Alright, there we go. Let's go speak to Bloody Bones then.
So the witch was right. Help us
Witch.
Come from Sir Ferrara the Fair, who flounders in the puddles of Uduar.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Such a champion should never lose.
For now, they're easier, but it'll get a little bit harder depending on the build.
You, new knight, leave now, forsaking the last prisoners, and I will share with... That's true, but you shall take their place.
Well, thanks. Oh, nope, hold on. Ah, I hate that spell. just be aware of these types of enemies later in the game because they get annoying. Alright, now, time to revive him.
Well done, Saga. You have proven yourself worthy of the name. Hallam's trust in you was not misguided. I don't know what to make of Bloody's tale, but it has the ring of truth to it. We must... Off we go then.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Nope, not that way. Go the other way.
Hi.
And there we go. Alright. Almost at the 2-hour mark. That's good. That's good. Okay. Okay, so what now? What I'm gonna do is that basically for almost everything you do, you just keep on returning back and they'll give you the next one. Or trying to figure out what the which. So it's constantly go here, do this, and then you talk to the witch for a little bit, and then you're kind of given the choice to change a little fate or not. But we'll see how it goes. And this is probably one of the more simpler ones. Other factions do. The other two aren't too hard, but or the other three, I should say. Actually, there's a few factions out there still. But overall, this one's like kind of like the starter one. It's the basic one. Get yourself introduced to the factions. There's the Thieves Guilds. There's the Warrior Guild, and there's the Mage one. Yeah, the Mage one, which is later down the line, but. You can do almost all of them in any different order.
I am relieved to see you well. What is happening? First Sagril, and now...
Because mostly these aren't the tales that they're supposed to be going. They're supposed to be the Fae they're supposed to be winning, but the Fae are either dying or turning evil.
You are needed for a very special... You must travel to the home of Tenwa, also known as the Librarian. Is it go to Tenwa, retrieve a ballad from her... Tenwa is expecting you.
Alright. I think I'm going to call it there for tonight. So either way, guys, thank you all for enjoying the stream when you entered. Thank you so much for supporting the series. Hit that like button subscribe to my channel for more. Hit the bell icon for notifications. I go live whenever I feel like going live. I have no schedule, so this is on my own time when I feel like I'm doing it. So yeah, thank you all for joining. My name is Silent Joker 45. Have a good one. Sorry, I gotta go to work in the morning, but hey, subscribe and I'll be back on whenever I feel like it. So have a good one, guys. Subscribe to the channel.